Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and another video here. Today I have for you another Orly Color Pass unboxing, swatch, and review. This will be my fifth one. This is the first Color Pass unboxing in the renewal of my subscription, so we'll talk about that a little bit. But first, the most important detail of this video, my sweatshirt. This is a sweatshirt. It's got a picture of a sloth and it says, "You are the sassiest sloth I have ever seen. Congratulations, gold star." So for those of you who were wondering, I really love stupid shirts, and that's what I'm going to keep bringing to you. So if you can't tell from the title of this video and the thumbnail, I have a few feelings about this particular color pass. We will get into that at the end, but I think more importantly, I just want to give you the rundown at the top. Then we will hop into the live swatches, and I have full hand swatches for you to check out. And then at the end, I will kind of tell you my feelings, my favorite, and just how I feel about this particular one in general, and maybe how, in comparison, others might feel. So like I said, this is my fifth box. Basically what you get is the seasonal collection from Orly, which is 6 colors, and then they usually throw in a couple of extras. Sometimes they give you discount codes, things like that. So you're getting a little bit of added value if you buy the collections this way. They are $36 per quarter if you want to buy them individually, or if you want to pay up front, it's $119 for the year, and that saves you about $25, I believe, versus if you had just bought them one at a time. But depending on your wants and needs and just financial situation, you know, one is not really necessarily better than the other. You just have to pick what fits into your budget. The one thing I will say is I did the math, and if you bought all of these collections throughout the year, individually, like polishes at their MSRP from the Orly website, it would be $228, I believe. So with the yearly subscription, you do save quite a bit of money. If you are an Orly fan, I would say that it is worth it. The only downside I would say is you don't know what you get until it ships to you. So if you don't like surprises, then you might be better off just waiting. Regarding the current box, you have until January 14th to subscribe in order to get the box I'm about to show you. However, I will say last year, I believe the holiday box sold out fairly quickly. So if this is a collection you like and this is something you want to do, I would say sign up sooner rather than later, just to guarantee that you lock in your box. And then basically on January 15th, that's when the spring box starts shipping. And honestly, every single box that I've had from Orly so far has shipped on time. Right on the day they said that they start shipping. So they do a pretty good job of getting these out to you. So let's go through everything in this box. I'm going to do a top down, show you the extras, show you every polish in the collection, and then at the end I'm going to tell you about my personal feelings. So stay tuned. So once we crack into the box, you can see, as per usual, well packed, well stuffed, nothing's jostling around. And we take the paper away, we have the little card that tells us the name of the collection. It's Momentary Wonders for Holiday 2021. When you flip it over, it has the regular little nail art, as well as the bonus items on there. And the first bonus item that I grabbed was the hair clip. I thought this was a little bit strange just because everything else has been at least like adjacent to the collection, like you could see how it's related. I don't really see how this is related, but it is that soft touch matte texture. And then the other bonus is this Orly breathable polish, and it's a nice cranberry red. I do also swatch this as well. And then we have the actual collection itself called Momentary Wonders, and it is 4 metallics and 2 kind of shimmers in this box. First in the line is one of the metallics. This is Flight of Fancy. This is a purple jewel tone, and you are going to notice right away that I am swatching way more carefully than I usually do, and that is because this is not a detriment to the coverage of these, but these are quite thin, quite watery, and I ended up, when I was taking the swatch photos, flooding my cuticles almost every single time. So I knew that when I did these, I had to be a little bit more cautious. And you can see with the first coat, you can kind of see the streaks. You can see that it's a little bit patchy, a little bit thin. But as you know, on this channel, we do 2 coats of everything. And so with that second coat, you can see the coverage is very full. This one does not really have brush strokes in it, at least not for me. Once you hit it with that second coat and it dries down quite well. This is, I'm going to say, the only one of all the metallics that I found that was true for. You can kind of see the strokes a little bit, but I didn't feel like it was as noticeable as the other ones. And all of my swatch photos do not really show these strokes. The lighting was quite good, so just know that they are there. The next one is Awestruck. I found this one to be kind of a more pink, maybe fuchsia jewel tone metallic. And this one, again, it's the same formula as the last one, so I'm being pretty cautious. I feel like it's quite thin. You can see there's a lot of streaks in this guy here, and a little bit patchy, a little bit uneven on that first coat. And you can even see where I've kind of overworked it towards my cuticle, trying to get it all evened out. And I don't think that you can totally see the streaks in this footage. My camera is not super high powered, but in real life it is very streaky. And so when I took my swatch photos, I was very cautious. I was trying to get as few streaks as possible, but I still think they're visible. I'm not sure if you guys can pick that up, but just know they are there. Third in this collection is Dancing Embers. This is kind of an orangey red metallic, same formula as the first two. We see it go on again, very thin, very streaky on that first coat. And just especially at the cuticle base, I think I've gotten better at working with these types of polishes in the years that I've been doing this. But if you're not familiar with metallics, you'll see just how streaky they can get with these polishes, especially if they are overworked. But if you just pull straight down like I am doing, then the streakiness, those lines, will look more uniform, and then it will look more natural. So that's a huge tip if you're working with something like this. Or you can even sponge them on, from what I've heard. I've never tried that method, but I know that it does work well for some people. And here's the swatch photo. I think that the streaks showed up the most in this swatch photo. Number 4 in the lineup is Touch of Magic. Now this one looks kind of like a sunset in a bottle. I think this looks beautiful in the bottle. However, this is not a finish that I play well with, and I just know that about myself. So as far as these go, I don't think that they're bad polishes. They're just not ones that I enjoy personally. However, the formula is just fine on these. Now, because these are shearer, you do need 2 to 3 coats depending on your nail length. I show you 2 in the live swatch here, and then for my actual swatch photo I did do 3 so that you could see it with a little bit more coverage. These just look so reflective. They are massive glitter bombs. They are fun for anyone who loves a lot of sparkle. It's just for me, I get the glitter everywhere and I just make a huge mess all over my skin, and it makes it really hard to take a decent photo. As you can see, it's all over my cuticles there. Number 5 is Whispered Lore, and this is the one that I thought was gonna be my favorite. It's got that kind of oil slick goldy green color. But when I put it on, because this is the fourth and final metallic, I just found that the opacity wasn't as strong as I had hoped, and it was just, again, like the others, super streaky. And it definitely pulled on itself a little bit when I was trying to kind of straighten out those streak lines, and that's always a huge pain. You can kind of deter that if you let it dry a little bit more, but sometimes you gotta wait a really long time. So I just didn't love this. I did manage to get the streaks down pretty well in a very straight fashion, but it's just, I guess it's just the fact that I had to work it so hard was really just an annoyance. And the final polish in this collection is Ephemeral. This looks kind of like the inside of a snow globe. It kind of reminds me of the fake snow my grandma used to use on her Christmas village when I was a kid. And this is another one that it's not going to be opaque in 2 coats. It's barely, I don't even think it's opaque in 3. It's another one of those glitter bomb polishes that I just don't enjoy that much. However, it is like a very reflective glitter bomb. I like looking at this polish. That's the thing. I like the way this looks, just from like a viewing standpoint. I don't like wearing it. I just don't think that these types of polishes look good on me, and like I said, I don't like to work with them. So you can see with 2 coats, visible nail line is quite strong here. That's to be expected. I did do 3 coats in the swatch photo. It's a lot more coverage, but I still think you can see the nail line there. And then as a little bonus, we have the Orly breathable line, The Spice is Right. This is kind of one of those cranberry, winey looking reds. It has like that squishy kind of jelly look to it, even on the second coat. And I will say, I found this one to be quite thin. I didn't realize how thin it was until I totally flooded my cuticles on the second coat, and you will see me make a huge mess. It is a really pretty color. I just felt like it was a weird addition to the Momentary Wonders collection. I just don't think that it is cohesive with the rest of them. However, I do think it is a good color for the holiday. So I am actually pretty excited to have this one. I'm sure I've got like 40 that look just like it in my collection. Let's be totally real here. But it is a pretty color. I think it's a really good color for any skin tone. I think that most people would be happy to have it. And here is my swatch photo. I think it looks pretty opaque. So, what did you guys think of this collection? When I first saw that this was the collection, because I usually don't look at the spoilers, but this time I did because one of my friends was like, "Have you seen it yet?" And I was like, "No, why?" And she was like, "Go look." So I looked and I was like, "Ugh, no, what?" And I was like, "Is this serious? Is this real?" And then I got it and I was like, "Okay, yeah, it's real." I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know, last year's collection really built the hype up, and so I thought we're gonna get some really cool finishes. We're gonna get a really cool theme. Last year they were like, it's Gatsby-esque. It's, you know, like giving you like a lot of like jewel tones. It reminded me of like high-end dresses at a really fancy Christmas party. And this, I showed it to my boyfriend and I said, "Tell me, what does this color scheme say to you? What do you think of this?" And I didn't tell him my feelings at all. And he goes, "That looks like an early 2000s prom dress." And he's right. I feel like these colors are very early 2000s high school formal dance, in my opinion, at least in the Midwest. That's kind of what this is giving. If you do like this collection, please don't take that, you know, personally. I think that I like what I like, and sometimes what I like, other people hate, and that's just normal, you know, not everybody has to like everything. But I do think it's important to recognize why we don't like something, and so I kind of had to sit down and think, like, okay, what about this box didn't I like? And the answer was all of it. And I'm going to go through each thing and explain why and just talk to you about it, and maybe you guys can give me like a counter argument, let me know why you did enjoy it. I would love to know how you guys find use for this stuff and how you enjoy it, because that's the nice thing about hobbies like this is we all like different things and it's okay. And as long as you're not, you know, ragging on somebody because they like something you don't, then I don't see a problem with it. We all like what we like. So first of all, what I didn't like about this was this. Like, why was this included? I signed up for a nail polish box. I didn't sign up for giant scary hair clip box. And I guess like ultimately, man, look at my hair. Look at it. I don't do anything with it. I can't even keep it in line over the course of a single video that I've ever posted. It just goes everywhere. It's too whatever. I just don't care about my hair. You know, it's like I like to keep it clean and I like to brush it and then I'm done. So I don't really have a use for a hair clip like this. I don't use these, which is fine in and of itself, but you know, I'm not signed up for a hair box or a beauty box. I'm signed up for like a nail polish box, or so I thought. And so I was kind of surprised to see this. And then it's like, it reminds me of an accessory from like The Sims 1. You know, it's just really blocky. So I am going to see if my little sister wants this, or somebody I know who does stuff to their hair, because I don't have any use for this. I was hoping for like nail treatments and things like that, but oh well. You know, the extras in this box are extras. You know, you don't pay too much more for them, or really at all. You're getting a discount on the collection, and then this is a bonus. So I don't look at this as too much of a loss. I'm just more confused. And then the other extra was a nail polish. And I think I said this on the last one, but I was just like, you gave me the nail polish. Why are you giving me this? Like, it's not cohesive to me in any way. Like the colors in this and then this one, because these are all like special finishes, and this is just a cream. And I love the Orly breathable line. I think it's great. I just think it's a weird extra. Again, like, give me a treatment, give me a top coat, give me something like to use in tandem with these. Don't give me a color that doesn't go with any of these, you know what I mean? And so now that just leaves the nail polishes themselves. And, you know, I was hoping, okay, let's get another collection where it's all really cool finishes. And I got that, but they're just not finishes that I like in these colors. I don't know what it is about these particular finishes, but they picked two finishes for this collection, and they're just not for me. They're not my favorites. So if we open this up, you can see you've got these, I think it's 4 of these more metallic shades. And I was immediately like, oh, I'm going to like this one at least, right? No. I found that aside from this dark purple here, this one is Flight of Fancy. So aside from Flight of Fancy, the other 3 metallics required a lot of work to get rid of the streakiness, those lines that you sometimes get in those like more shimmery metallics. And it just felt like a lot of work for colors that I just wasn't super excited about. I don't really love those kind of finishes anyways. I like a metallic, but not one that is super streaky like that. And you can get them manageable. It's just, if you're someone who's not steady-handed, or you're someone who has had a hard time historically with like streakier metallics in the past, I wouldn't recommend these, because sometimes when a metallic dries down, the streaks tend to either become far less visible or pretty much go away completely. And I didn't find that to be the case with these. The purple one I had really no issue with, but the other 3 here, it just seemed like I couldn't get rid of the streaks no matter what I did. And I did manage to get them pretty decent in my swatch photos, but part of that too is just sometimes the lighting washes it out a little bit, and I tried to adjust the lighting as best as I could to show you in real life. But I just found that these 3 still showed the streaks really, really distinctly. This one did not, and so I have no negatives about this one. Just it's in the same finish, that's all. That's why I brought it in there. And then the other 2 polishes, now these ones are Touch of Magic and Ephemeral, and I think they look cool in the bottle, and this one is not really a problem. These aren't problematic shades in any way. They went on well enough. They're fine. I just hate this finish. Like, for me, I don't like this finish because I make a mess with these. The glitter in these, when you try to remove them, gets everywhere. I'm sure you can see it even in my swatch photo, because I was just trying to clean up my cuticle area, and I spread it everywhere. I don't know what I was doing. This one, Ephemeral, is not opaque at all, but I didn't expect that from a polish like this, so that's not really a negative against it. It's just I don't like a more see-through, like visible nail line with a polish like this. I don't know. I love it with a jelly. I don't love it with a shimmer. For some reason, it just doesn't appeal to me. So I just didn't care for this one. This isn't a knock against the polish. Polish is fine. I just didn't like the color. And the same was with Touch of Magic. Not super opaque. I believe I did 3 coats with both of these in the swatch photos just to try to cover up the visible nail line as much as possible. But as far as these two, this is just a matter of personal preference. So I wouldn't say that these are a negative against the box from a consumer standpoint. It's just a negative to the box from a personal preference standpoint. But that is the risk you take when you sign up for a box like this. So as much as I feel like let down by this box and disappointed because I was looking forward to this, because I personally in my head built up the hype based on the last winter's box, it's kind of my own fault. They didn't guarantee me anything other than 6 polishes and a couple bonuses. I got what I was guaranteed. I got what I paid for. So I'm allowed to be disappointed, but at the same time, I can't be mad at Orly, you know? So we'll see how the next 3 boxes go. I'm sure the next 3 will be creams, and then we'll see if I really want to even renew again. By that time, I'll probably have like 4 million nail polishes, and I really won't need to renew again because I don't need any more polish, right? But anyways, that is my review on this box. Let me know what you guys felt about it down below. I would love to see some people enjoying it at least, because I really just couldn't. I wanted to like it. Oh, I didn't even tell you guys my favorite. The only polish that I was actually like, okay, I guess I'm fine with, was the Touch of Magic, or no, Flight of Fancy, because this one, like I said, it didn't streak on me, and it is a pretty fun, like, jewel-toned, is that a jewel tone? Bright purple. And so I like this one. I could see myself wearing this one. I'm not sure about the rest of them. I might just keep them in my collection because my tastes do change over time. I've noticed, like, you know, when I first started getting a nail polish, I hated jellies. Now I love them. So maybe one day I will love those. Or maybe I'll just see if my sister wants them. But yeah, can't all be winners. Let me know down below what you guys thought about the box. If you really enjoyed it, I would love to know. I would be happy to see some people out there enjoying it. And if you didn't, let me know what you didn't like about it, because I just went on a probably 15-minute tangent about what I didn't like about it. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions, even if they're different from mine. Let's chat it out in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.